It's a free space.
No.
Whoops, dropped my microphone there, didn't mean to do that. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Arcade of Fun, in which we're now going to be doing our third game of Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the Super Nintendo, which so far we've won $113,632 in only 2 games. Are we going to win more? We shall find out. Got a lot of money here, hopefully. Taking on Jenny and Rob this game. Here we go, let's play Jeopardy. One daily double up there somewhere. The easier round, we have these categories. U.S. rivers, movie trivia, Dr. Seuss, reptiles, man in space, and we're going to close it out with football. Alright. These seem like decent categories. Let's start things off with Dr. Seuss for 100.
The answer is...
I'm going to try to add on my $113,000 plus. The good-hearted elephant who heard a who and hatched an egg. Who is Horton? I'll have Dr. Seuss for 200.
The answer is...
1957 book with a rhymed title that spawned beginner books, now a Random House division. What is The Cat in the Hat? Dr. Seuss, 300.
The answer is...
Famous for his 500 hats, he saved a kingdom from gooey, green, destructive oobleck. Who is Bartholomew Cubbins? Dr. Seuss, 400.
The answer is...
Okay. Dr. Seuss created this Oscar-winning character who made sounds like boing. Who is Gerald McBoing Boing? There we go. We're at $1,000. I'll close up the category.
The answer is...
The audience quoted from this book about Sam I Am when Dr. Seuss received an honorary degree. What is green eggs and ham? Well done in the Dr. Seuss category. Ran it like it was nothing. Football, 100.
The answer is...
In the 1920s, Grantland Rise called this college's backfield the Four Horsemen. What is Notre Dame? Football, 200.
The answer is...
The Embraceable U's are the cheerleading squad of this NFL team. Who are the Denver Broncos? No. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna say who are the Los Angeles Rams. I was thinking Denver Broncos, but I'm gonna change my mind. Good thing I did. Football, 300. Daily double. Let's try 700. Alright, here's the clue in football. The first 2 Super Bowls were won by this Midwest team. Who are the Green Bay Packers? They're the ones! Football 400.
The answer is...
In college play, the ball is placed on this yard line for the point after touchdown attempt. Jenny. It's the 3-yard line. All right. Movie trivia 100.
The answer is...
Jimmy Cagney's sister Jean played George M. Cohan's sister Josie in this movie classic. What is Yankee Doodle Dandy? Movie trivia 200.
The answer is...
Dwight Frye played Fritz the Dwarf in Frankenstein and Renfield in this horror classic. What is Dracula? I'll have movie trivia for 300.
The answer is...
Choreographer Twyla Tharp collaborated with this ballet star on White Nights. Who is Baryshnikov? Mikhail Baryshnikov, yeah. Movie trivia for 400.
The answer is...
His last film was Nothing in Common. Who is Burt Lancaster? No, I think I'm going to change my mind on this. I'm going to change my mind and say who is Jackie Gleason. Good thing I changed my mind. 500, movie trivia.
The answer is...
Her niece, Katherine Houghton, played her daughter in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Who is Katharine Hepburn? Here we go, ran the category, we're up to $4,000. Football 500.
The answer is...
Answer there. This Ohio State coach was fired for hitting a Clemson player in the 1978 Gator Bowl. Rob. Woody Hayes. Now Rob has his first bit of cash, and he gets to make the next selection. Man in Space, 100.
The answer is...
The 6 lunar landings put a total of this many men on the moon. What is 1? Nope. Oh boy. Jenny. Well, I'm out front right now. I have a lot of money, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, Jenny doesn't know. What? Too bad. Rob, you want to take a shot at this one? 12! Oh, okay. I was way off then. Alright. So Rob has double what Jenny has, and he gets to make the next selection as we continue. U.S. Rivers, 100.
The answer is...
This river forms most of the border between Washington and Oregon. What is the Columbia River? It is indeed the Columbia River. U.S. Rivers for 200.
The answer is...
The name of this Alaskan river might be abbreviated CU. What is the Copper River? U.S. Rivers for 300.
The answer is...
From its source in Montana to its mouth near St. Louis, this river crosses 7 states. What is the Missouri? U.S. rivers for 400, please.
The answer is
Harper's Ferry, West Virginia was founded in the 1740s by Harper, who set up a ferry across this river. And that river is the Potomac. Jenny got it right. Now man in space for 200.
the answer is
In February 1962, he told Congress his flight proved man could operate intelligently in space. Who is John Glenn? Man in Space 300.
the answer is
The first U.S. space program to feature a spacewalk. What is Gemini? Man in Space 400. I have $5,000 right now in
the answer
cash.
is
In January 1989, the Soviet probe Phobos 2 went into orbit around this planet. I'll try this one and say, what is Mars? Good thing I did. Man in Space 500.
the answer is
This country modified a runway on Easter Island for emergency use by U.S. space shuttles. What is Chile? I'll have U.S. rivers for 500.
the answer is
Though it flows for 310 miles through mid-Nebraska, this river is too shallow for navigation. What is the Platte River? That's right. Reptiles 100.
the answer is
The only U.S. state to which both alligators and crocodiles are native. What is Florida? $200.
the answer is
A primary purpose of a reptile's skin is to keep it from desiccating or losing this. What is water? $300.
the answer is
The glass snake is not really a snake, but a legless type of this reptile. What is a lizard? $400.
the answer is
For snakes, the record for speed, not dancing, is said to be held by this deadly African snake. What is the cobra? No, it's not the cobra, unfortunately. I think I just figured it out. Too late. Oh well. It's okay. It's the mamba. Mamba, yeah. So Rob has $1,000. I knew I was incorrect by the time I gave my answer, but that's okay. Let's look at the last clue.
the answer is
Now the last clue. It's the branch of zoology that studies reptiles. Jenny. And that branch is herpetology. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I'm out front with 6,600. Jenny has 1,200. Rob has $1,000. So he's going first in Double Jeopardy. Which everybody knows in Double Jeopardy, the dollar values get doubled. We put 2 daily doubles up on the board, and we have tougher clues. Let's see what the categories are like.
here are the categories.
We're going to deal with these 6 categories. Kansas, Europe, fabrics, quotes, birds, and finally, Mexico. All one-word categories this level, this round. Well, let's see if the category or the clues are going to be just as tough. We're starting off with fabrics for 200.
The answer is.
All right. From a flaxen fabric, it's the term for bed sheets, though most are no longer made of it. Rob. And it's linen. Tied with Jenny for second place right now. Europe, 200.
The answer is.
Answer there. This annual Bavarian festival actually begins in September. What is Oktoberfest? I'll have Europe for 400.
The answer is.
Italy's boot looks like it's about to kick this island. What is Sicily? We'll go Europe for 600.
The answer is.
Formerly a province, Provence is a region in this country. What is France? Okay. I'll have Europe for 800.
The answer is.
Built about 449 BC, the Temple of Hephaestus is the best preserved temple in this country. What is Greece? Europe for 1,000.
The answer is.
Okay. The Azores were deserted when discovered and claimed by this country in the 15th century. What is Portugal? Well done in the Europe category. Fabrics 400. Daily double. I'm not feeling too comfortable with this category, so I'm just going to go 400 only. Here's the clue in fabrics. A sail fabric, or something for a foxer to fall back on. What is rope? No. We're looking for canvas. Canvas, but that's okay. Didn't lose too much money. Fabric 600. Rayon got a stand from ray for its sheet, and odd for this natural material it resembles. What is cotton? There we go. Fabrics 800.
The answer is.
Neoprene is a synthetic form of this. Jenny. It's a synthetic form. Oh, she doesn't have a clue. Rubber. Birds, 200.
The answer is.
Birds are plumose, meaning they have these. What are feathers? Let's finish fabrics for 1,000.
The answer is.
Light fabric named for the cobwebs that appear around the end of the summer when goose is eaten. Gossamer. Jenny has 1,400 and she makes the next selection as we continue. Kansas 200.
The answer is.
The first drought-resistant variety of this grain was brought to Kansas in the 1870s. What is wheat? Kansas 400.
The answer is.
You can see a recreation of historic Front Street and Boot Hill in this former Wild West town. What is Dodge City? Kansas for 600.
The answer is
Kansas leads the nation in the production of this lighter-than-air gas. What is helium? Kansas 800.
the answer is
Kansas is rectangular in shape except for the northeast corner where this river forms the boundary. What is the Missouri? Kansas 1000.
the answer is
The case of Oliver Brown versus this city's Board of Education in 1954 outlawed school segregation. What is Topeka? Ran the Kansas category. Birds 400.
the answer is
Birds lost these early in their evolution, perhaps due to development of a movable upper jaw. What are teeth? Birds 600.
the answer is
Associated with love since ancient Greece, it has since become a symbol of peace. What is a dove? Birds 800. The other day the double. Out front with $14,000. I'm going to go for 2,000. Here's the clue in birds. The only known bird with nostrils in the tip of its bill is this New Zealand variety. What is the kiwi? And birds for 1,000.
the answer is
Barn owls are distinguished from typical owls by their faces, which have this amorous shape. What's a heart? And that's going to put me at $17,000. Whoa, Nelly. All right, let me have Mexico for 200.
the answer is
Over half of this country's trade is with Mexico. What is the United States? Mexico for 400.
the answer is
In the 16th century, he founded Villa Rica de Veracruz, the site of present-day Veracruz. Who is Hernan Cortez? Mexico for 600.
the answer is
The 140-mile wide isthmus of Tehuantepec separates the Gulf of Mexico from this body of water. What is the Caribbean Sea? No. Down to $17,000. Let's see if Jenny knows this one. The Pacific Ocean. Oh, okay. That's the right answer. And Jenny and Robert tied at $2,000 each, and we go to the next clue. Quotes for 200.
the answer is
W.C. Fields says, start every day off with one of these and get it over with. What's a smile? Quotes 400.
the answer is
This organ of animals is the foundation of their life, William Harvey claimed in 1628. What is the heart? We'll have quotes for 600, please.
the answer is
In 1940, during one of his fireside chats, FDR said, we must be the great arsenal of this. Democracy, yep. Mexico 800.
The answer is
Belize and this other Central American country border Mexico. What is Guatemala? Mexico 1000.
the answer is
Honored as the father of independence, he was captured by the Spanish, defrocked, and executed. I have a little bit of a clue who it could be, but I'm going to give this one to Rob. Father Miguel Hidalgo. Okay, that was not my guess. So good thing I didn't buzz in. Now we're to quotes 800, I believe. Yep.
the answer is
Man has injured every animal he has touched, wrote this great California naturalist. Jenny. The naturalist's name is John Muir. Now last clip.
the answer is
Ends a biblical quote, to everything there's a season and a time for every purpose. Under the heaven. So at the end of Double Jeopardy, Rob has $4,000, Jenny has $3,400, and I'm out front with $18,400. Another locked game where I cannot be caught. Let's find out what happens in Final Jeopardy. In which our category is going to be golf. Okay, well I don't know too much about golf, so therefore my wager will only be $81. And I'm going to lock that in. Also known as Super Max, he once wore top hat and tails to play in a tournament. I'm not all that confident in my answer, so I'm just going to say who's Jack Nicklaus. That's my answer. Yeah, I know my answer is not going to be correct, so... So I know for a fact this game,
Final Jeopardy answer is
I'm going to end up with $18,319, and his name is Lee Trevino. Lee Trevino, okay? Let's see if Jenny came up with Lee Trevino. She did not. So she's going to drop to $2,000. Rob, did you come up with Lee Trevino? He did not either. He drops to no money. He loses it all. I also couldn't come up with Lee Trevino. But I only dropped to $18,319, and that is a 3-game winnings total of $131,951. Which isn't too terrible. $131,951. And I'm going to see you all for the next video coming soon.